First, tell me about the significance of this.
So that is one of my favorite photos. This is a sort of like a charter school where these are at-risk kids who go to this school. It's, typical regular academics, but these young men have a devotional every Wednesday morning. And they call these young men the gentlemen. Very polite. It's a transformation. And I went out into the lobby and they presented me that picture and I just wanted to have it framed.
Yeah.
I just think it's special. They thought it was special. So this is my wall of what I call accomplishments and achievements here. Is what that top portion is. I still got more stuff to get up there. And these are some of the awards that I've gotten, community awards. Got a lot of them from people, from various groups. This one is the medal, the Presidential Volunteer Service Award medal from the White House. And this is the Lifetime Achievement Award that came with it, that is signed by former President Biden. That was a really significant thing. That I really enjoy. This is a book that I'm in that I thought was very interesting. It's about it's a celebration of women in the state, and I was very honored to know that I was one of the people that was featured in this book. I don't know where I'm at, but I'm in here somewhere. This is a something I will hold dear.
Can't skip over the hat. I'm used to seeing you in one of these on social media.
Cowboy hat, but that's not quite that kind. Okay. Yeah, so this is just an employee who was out shopping and she liked this hat and she just thought she'd like to see me in it, so she gave me this hat. So really, and I just keep it in here just in case.
I see your old boss.
Yes, that's one of my promotions, and I was getting promoted. And
do you like horses?
No, a vendor gave me that, and I just thought it was, cute. So I just kept it. It's like really, I guess it's a paper holder. I don't know what it is, but it's. I like it now that I see it.
That's neat.
That's interesting. That little this right here is very interesting to me that I really appreciate. The hat really supposed to go. That came secondary. But this little girl, she made me this. And
it's adorable.
A photo bottom.
Oh, how creative.
And she made the little name tag and she reached out and she just wanted to make sure I had this. And I love it. And so then somebody gave me a hat.
Of course, you had to have the hat.
I used to wear shades on top of my head all the time. And so that's the significance of the shades, but that little hat that goes with it. And that came later. But I just thought that was so cute to be thought of during Black History Month.
Yes.
By a little girl who decided that she wanted to make this for me in honor of that.
This deputy drifter.
Deputy drifter, yeah, that's my deputy.
Tough time when he passed away.
Oh my goodness, in the community, he really stepped up.
Sheriff's Office, final call for K-9 Deputy Drifter.
A crematorium reached out and said, hey, we'll take care of that, pet services or to cremate them. And so then the local funeral home, Wilkerson's Funeral Home, reached out and says, hey, if you all, we know that the community is grieving with you all, we will provide our chapel for you guys free of charge to come and have services there for it. And we had a room packed full of folks who loved Drifter, and he in some way enriched their lives, and that was the purpose of it. And to hear people talking about it, there was one lady that came from she was a director maybe of the nursing home, and she told the story where one of their residents had some surgery, and it was a wound that was healing, and Drifter went in and he just nudged at that wound and he licked it. He wanted to lick it, and there's supposedly some people say some healing qualities in dog saliva. I don't know how true that is, But every time he would go there, he would lick that woman's wound, and that woman swore out he healed her.
Wow.
And so she told that story, but it gave people an opportunity to talk about what this program and having Deputy Drifter did for them.
And he touched so many people.
So many people's lives. Even, I mean, growing up, my kids had dogs, and I loved animals, but I haven't had one since they were grown. It's a lot of responsibility, especially now. Sometimes I'll keep Deputy Barkley. I used to keep Drifter, and he always wanted to jump in that pond. I wish I'd let him more often, but he did get in one time. I was mad at him because I had to be somewhere with him, and I'm like, "You're 100 pounds soaking wet dog, and I got to get you dried off and get you in the truck." And Drifter and Barkley has a way. Dogs. I mean, we should be more like dogs.
Sure.
They genuinely want to be loved and loved unconditionally. Doesn't matter your sex, your race, your age, any disabilities. They just want to be loved, and they love in return. We should be more like dogs. Yeah.
Tell me, is this a significant photo over here?
Right. Oh,
Up here. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that was in 2021. Of course, it was during the height of COVID.
See the masks.
This is Greensboro at the museum, but Mecklenburg kind of spearheads something where we during Black History Month, do a service in the community. Well, we went to Greensboro on this day, and these shares, all of us, came in, won our elections in 2018. This was a wave of when 13 African American sheriffs won their races in counties where there had not been African American sheriffs. And well, with the exception of Wake, but that had been some years previous. And we were at the museum and we wanted to take a picture, and I called that picture on the Standing on the Shoulders of Giants, because these were the Fab Four that did the sit-ins or started the sit-ins.
The lunch counters.
Yes. And so I wanted, we had that picture. Of course, on the other girl, those other sheriffs are the largest counties in North Carolina.
An impactful photo there.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And lastly, I want to hear about your collection over
So
here.
coins is something that most offices will design and make up a coin, to represent their office. And so these are coins that I've collected over the years, and I've probably got some in boxes that I haven't even gotten now. I've got some up there on that. This is in fact, this is a coin that was made by the Sheriff's Association. And these three men all died in office while as sheriffs. And I thought that was a pretty neat coin. Clem was a good friend of mine.
So these are all challenge coins.
Yes, they're.
Yeah, that's
And,
nice.
Yeah, and so we trade these coins with each other. So yeah, these are all of my, like I said, my achievement wall. Things that and some on the shelves. And this was my auntie, who my parents were deceased. So when I became sheriff, and this aunt was, and she's since deceased, but she's my daddy's oldest sister, and she was so proud to see me. She was definitely there to make sure that she saw her niece become sheriff. And of course, these are some other women leaders in the state. She's the chief of police now in Tennessee, where they had the big thing with the officers all the way through there. They have that's their area. Our training and standards will have both. They have both of these sides.
Okay.
That's where all the hiring, all of the testing, all of that. This is our investigation side.
Okay.
where all of our investigators are. These are interesting rooms here. So this is our interrogation room.
Okay.
There we have depending on whether it's interview or interrogation. So like that's our camera over there, and then got the ability to log in out here, and it uploads into the cloud that matches up with our body camera system.
Oh, so it's all linked. Everything's linked. Wow.
And so these courtrooms are what these are, and these are the keypads with an sign, axon, and you can actually literally see the interview going on. You can't hear it, but we do have other places you hear that. And this is the interesting room that is this is a far interview room.
Got some things for kids
Yes.
up there, I see.
If it's this is a softer, not so intimidating.
Yeah.
We want them to be comfortable. We may have a TV show on, or we may have get them playing with toys because we want to make sure that they are comfortable in telling whatever story they need to tell. There's a softer rook.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the investigative area.
You have a nice facility here.
Oh yeah, we love it. In each area, some of our investigators.
Hi.
Just hi there. And each area, I think they have like two break rooms. Well, I saw some of our gun and gang folks over here. Hey, that's our crime analyst.
Hi there.
There's Lieutenant Pippin's in there.
Hi there. Nice to see you.
This is some of our gang folks. I don't get there. Hey.
Nice to meet you. I'm Valentina. Ivy, you with the gang unit? So what are you, a day in the life? What do you typically do?
It varies. Normally we'll come in and handle any leftover paperwork or anything like that. And we handle gang validations. We try to do a lot of patrolling to help deter criminal activity, just things along that nature.
By validation, that's like figuring out if the person is actually in a gang?
Yes, ma'am.
What are you finding are some of the biggest gangs in Pitt County?
We are having a big trend in what we call hybrid gangs. It's pretty much non-traditional nowadays. There's really not like Bloods and Crips anymore. There still is, but what is happening is the Bloods and the Crips, when they go to prison, they have to be in either of those gangs. But when they get out on the street, everybody comes from the same neighborhood. So they'll form a smaller gang. And they'll name it a street name or after an apartment complex, and they'll be all together, under a smaller gang, if that makes sense.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
And so basically, you're seeing that in some of the cases, these are people who've been to prison. They get out, they form their own gang, which may go by some other name or something they make up off the streets. Is it just as valid of a gang, and are they doing the same types of bad stuff?
Yes, ma'am. And they don't have to have gone to prison.
Okay.
Some of the older guys, they'll be considered older to them, maybe 18 or 19. And they'll recruit young guys, 12 and 13 years old. And they are just as dangerous as any other gang.
And that's what we have been seeing as of late as media people. It just seems like they're younger kids getting involved in gangs, in particular Greenville area, and teens, and finding that the suspect and the victim are both teens. Do you think gangs are responsible for a lot of that?
Yes, ma'am. I would definitely wholeheartedly agree. They're recruiting just to try to get as many people as they can. And normally it's either like younger siblings or younger family members that see that, oh, they all run together and they hang out, and they'll just end up all clicked up in a gang.
Anything else you want to tell us?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you. Good job.
We get the news. This is James came to me as an intern from ECU, and his major was criminal justice, and he worked as a clerk at first, and he just waited his time till this
Wow.
position came available. So he comes in under the Niven ramp. That's
Look at this.
yeah, and so it basically, hey, that's the sergeant of the unit there.
Oh, great.
But it basically, he can write his own ticket, and from here getting this experience, it becomes a very valuable. He just gonna keep staying working with me. Salute, salute, salute.
This is great. This is great. And thank you for taking us around to meet everybody.
He's the guy. He keeps it all going for me, and that's a
Good stuff. This is good. Good to meet you. And, I know it's a never ending job, trying to get these guys put away and everything. So we appreciate you. Yeah. Thank you so much.
This is the administrative side, so that's where my chiefs and my majors are. Then my captains are spread throughout the building because they're in their individual areas. This is going to be a carry-facing center. Anybody got any DCI up? Get some rings later.
Okay, no,
But this is the first communication center. Where professional telecommunicators take the calls, dispatch them out, and it's a pretty big space. In here, the supervisor, I think he served a few minutes ago. She has the ability to dispatch even from her desk. So they're able to monitor our cameras and the building. We do have cameras that are up out in the county, and we are putting more cameras out in the county, and we will be putting big screens in here if they need to go up in the area, and it's really going to be in our hot spots. Of course, I can't practically do the whole county, but it will be in hot spots. It's where we have the most call volume.
That's great.
I needed my own staff attorney, somebody that focused on my office and keeping us where we needed to be. This is our Jenny. You got a couple of things other to do. We got to put our TVs up, but for the most part, we deal with the cardio and the guys wanted to wait. So I didn't do
This is good. So the deputies can come in here, get in a workout, stay fit.
A lot of them will come in at lunch and will work out. There's showers over around the corner there, men and women showers. I've made this space available or have given access to our detention officers as well. They can enter this door anytime of night or day. A lot of them will come in an hour or so before their shift, work out, jump in the shower, put their uniform on, go right down the street to work. And so, yeah, this has been one of the most well-liked features of the building. And so it gives deputies an opportunity to cancel their gym memberships and come in here and work out, here at the office.
This is great.
Yeah.
I like it.